The Constitution Review Commission, a presidential commission of inquiry, was set up in January 2010 to solicit the views of Ghanaians on the operations of the 1992 Constitution and on any changes that need to be made to the Constitution. The Commission was also tasked to present a draft bill for the amendment of the Constitution and in the event that any changes are warranted. Many years since its work was completed, with a white paper issued, it is yet to see the light of day. Speaking to Citi News on the sidelines of the 2023 Gimpa Law Conference, law lecturer Justice Srem Sai said the country ought to implement the recommendations and not shelve the document.
We definitely need to do something with that report. The good thing about that report is one of its kind, because it is the only report on the working of a constitution that has actually been done by talking to over millions of Ghanaians, both in Ghana and outside Ghana. And we cannot disregard the views of Ghanaians on such an essential matter. And almost everything that the Ghanaians spoke about in 2010, when the review was done, are still relevant today in this is 2023. So we cannot just shelve that report and reduce it to an academic instrument. It should be made to live.
On her part, constitutional law lecturer Susanna Afutu bemoaned the Supreme Court's decision not to recognize the birth certificate as a form of identification in the matter between the National Democratic Congress, a private citizen, Mark Techi Benson, versus the Electoral Commission, while citing Section 21 of the Citizenship Act 2000, Act 591, to buttress her point. She further called on the Electoral Commission not to make the Ghana card the sole document for registration of voters in the proposed new constitutional instrument.
If it's just about telling us that the Ghana identification card should be the only means of proving one's identification to get a new card, I think it's not necessary. I think the CI 126 is still good law and should still be the case.
Meanwhile, Dean of the Gimpa Faculty of Law, Dr. Kweku Ajiman Budu, also speaking to Citi News, says the school will follow up to ensure implementation of the recommendations from the law conference.
End here. The fact that we've come to talk about it doesn't mean it's going to end here. We're going to go beyond the talking and go to the implementation stage to see how best to move forward our 1992 Constitution. That's what we at the Gimpa Faculty of Law believe.